Good afternoon, Franklin Academy. I'm Harrison Tucker.
And I'm Jade Henry, this week on The New Show.
From the Franklin Academy Media Production Studios, join us this week for another high school experience as we feature Senior Moment, insightful stories, and your high school experience headlines. Please silence all phones, iPads, and if you have a Velcro wallet, please do not open and close it during the show. Now here with the Franklin Academy Media Production News Team are your anchors, Jade Henry and Harrison Tucker.
Now here are your Flex announcements.
Tuesday, December 4th in Flex Room 109, the French and German Honor Society is having a meeting.
Thursday, December 6th, during Flex B, there's an NHS meeting.
Thursday, during Flex A, is a writing lab in room 110.
Friday, there's a Spirit Club meeting in Miss Collins' room and a Latin Club meeting in room 126.
And last but not least, there's a German Club meeting during Flex as well. I wonder if Franklin Academy has any hidden talents.
Well, Zach Braswell and Daniel Connolly talked to a student that knows how to play 2 instruments and who can sing.
With the end of the world coming up, now would be a great time to learn a musical instrument.
This week, we talked to sophomore Tira Lewis about her musical talents and how they have influenced her life.
So first, if you would tell us a little bit about your experience with music.
Okay, well, when I was in 6th grade, I was in chorus and I brought home the sheet music one day and decided if I can sing it, why can't I play it? So I taught myself how to play piano off of that based on the theory that we had in chorus, and I loved it, so I stuck with it. And then I started learning guitar because I figured if I can play piano, why can't I play guitar? And so I took piano lessons for a year, and I'm currently trying to teach myself violin, but that's kind of a little bit harder. Music helps with my focus personally, like with emotional issues and also with school. If I get angry, it's go to music. And then with like school, people who play instruments are shown to have higher scores on their SATs and stuff like that. So it helps you organize stuff. And I love relating it to stuff like math. You can't start playing unless you try first. As if you start trying, even if the first music you sounds horrible. I know the first stuff that I played sounded like what I would think of today as beating rocks together. But it's always going to start off bad, but if you keep at it, it might end up being your passion, but you never know unless you try.
Stressed with all the exams coming up? Not to fear. Stress Relief Tip of the Week has some practical advice for busy students.
Welcome to Stress Relief Tip of the Week. Today we have created a controlled environment for 2 normal students. The victims, test subjects, are named Student A and Student B. Let's observe their study habits in preparation for midterms and how this affects their stress level. Student A never studies, rarely takes notes in class, and as a result is angry and stressed in response to unsatisfactory grades. Student A had stress levels in the danger zone. Not good. Let's hope things go better with our next student. Meanwhile, Student B studies ahead of time, takes notes in class, and maintains an optimistic attitude. When stressed, Student B takes a break from the work and returns later. Due to this strategy, stress levels were minimal, and therefore Student B received a ranking of very good in the stress category. So, when preparing for tests, be like Student B and reduce stress levels.
Now let's head over to Jason Schott with the public service announcement from the High School Experience News Network.
Telling the truth. You may say that you're always truthful, but are you? Let's take a look. Even the best of us can end up in regrettable circumstances. Roll the clip, please.
Please open your homework from last night that you're supposed to complete in Goodreader. I'll be coming around to check it.
Where is that homework? And I didn't even, do we even have homework? Okay, maybe I forgot, but I've never forgotten my homework before. I can't let the teacher know. You know what, I'm gonna just do my homework in the hallway, yeah. And all I have to do is ask the teacher if I can go to the bathroom, and I'll just slip out there and do my homework. That's what I'll do, yeah.
Can I go to the restroom?
Sure. Why are you taking your iPad with you?
I need directions on Google Maps.
To get to the bathroom?
I can't remember because I have short-term memory loss.
Whatever.
Okay, thanks. Can I go to the restroom?
Sure, just don't forget your iPad.
What?
Remember, you need Google Maps so you can get turn-by-turn directions.
Oh, that's right, because I have short-term memory loss. I just forgot.
So as you can see, it's best not to lie at all. Teachers know what's going on. Lying is like the dominoes here on the table. By lying, it's like knocking over one of these dominoes. Every single domino in the chain will be affected. And now back to the High School Experience Studios with Jade and Harrison.
Franklin Academy's bridge building team is getting started up.
Let's head over to Alexander Peck to learn about what they will be doing this year.
One of the things that makes Franklin Academy great is it has something for everyone, whether it be a sport, club, or activity. Today I'm going to be highlighting Bridge Building Club and talking to a few of the members to get a better idea of what it's about. Let's go into it.
Bridge building is a team where you come together to build a bridge together.
It's composed of 4 parts. There's an essay where we write about all of the math and everything that goes on behind a bridge and like the physics behind it. There is a blueprint team that makes the actual professional blueprints for the bridge that we're building, which is the construction team's job, who actually builds the bridge. And then there is a presentation team that puts together a really cool presentation. Last year we did a big skit and it was really fun.
We basically have to build a bridge and it has to hold the most weight, and then we have to have a presentation that covers and explains what it is. We basically just have to impress the judges.
Last year we got first place in the regional competition, which was really great, but we got 3rd place in the state competition.
Last year we had an amazing presentation. We did the theme of the Matrix, and we got 1st place in the regionals, and in the state we got 3rd place. So I'm hoping this year we can kind of get 1st place.
This year we want to find an equally creative idea and hopefully just wow the judges.
My expectations are to win and to get a check with the right date on it and with $500 on it. So we're just going to take back the state. I think that we definitely have a good chance at it, and yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I have for you this week. This has been Alexander Peck from the Franklin Academy News Network, and I'll see you guys later.
Hey Jade, have you ever had trouble figuring out how to edit photos directly from your iPad too?
Actually, yes, I have. Zach Josloff can teach us how.
So the first thing I'm going to explain to you is how to edit your pictures on the iPad. All you have to do is select a picture and click edit. But the one thing about this is that you can only do this on the iPad too. So the first option that is on the screen is rotation. This lets you rotate the picture by 90 degrees each time you touch it. You can also auto-enhance the brightness or remove red eyes. But the biggest piece in editing photos on the iPad is cropping your photo. This will allow you to zoom in and focus on one part of the picture. That's how that's done. That's all for Tech Tip. See you guys later.
With Christmas right around the corner, Miss Gilbert and some of the French students have been preparing to go to the lower buildings to teach the students about the origins of St. Nick.
Here's Dusty Wright with more information.
Good afternoon, Franklin Academy. I'm Dustin Wright, and throughout Franklin Academy's history, the foreign language departments have gone to the lower building to teach the uprising Franklin Academy patriots a little bit about St. Nick.
Actually, I was a new teacher here at Franklin Academy in 2007, and I thought it would be a great way for us as a high school to share our students with the lower elementary kids. And St. Nicholas is something that I grew up with, and that at the time the German teacher, Mrs. Verhoeven, grew up with as well. And we thought what a great thing it would be to help spread the love of foreign language through St. Nicholas. Well, what they get out of it is, if I tell you information, then you might remember it, right? And if you do something with that information, you'll probably remember it. But if you teach it back to me, you will remember it.
That's all for this week, Franklin Academy. I'm Dustin Wright. Have a great rest of the day.
With the world ending soon, I'm sure you are all thinking about blowing off the midterms.
Let's see if Alec and Trent can motivate you with this week's senior moment.
All right, before we take the exam, your midterm, I want to give you a few reminders. Remember that this counts for 25% of your semester 1 grade. So that means that term 1 is 37.5%. Term 2 is 37.5%. And then the midterm exam is 25%. This midterm exam is a little bit of everything we've covered in semester 1. We went over ways that you were to review for this. So now, let's take the exam. Are there any last-minute questions before we begin?
Do we have to listen to you this whole time?
No questions? Good. Let's begin. Okay, we can go ahead and close our binders now. One great way to prepare for the midterm is to go ahead and gather all the materials that you've used for the semester for that class. And it's important to go ahead and start studying now. You need to prepare a little bit each day. Do not wait until the last minute to study for this exam.
Dude,
Also,
I don't
want
even
to
care.
make sure that
The
you
world's
use
gonna end before this test is
time
even over.
wisely.
I'm not gonna worry
If you
about
have
it.
questions,
Whatever, man.
that is the perfect time to come and talk to myself or any other teacher that for any subject that you have. Mr. Watkins! Your exam?
Am I dead?
Your grade is.
Man.
Several different cultures have different beliefs on how the world will end. Let's go to Meredith Armsman for more information.
There are several cultures that believe 2012 will be a remarkable year in human history. Some say the world will end, while others say it will be a major turning point for mankind. These are just a few prophecies from different cultures about the world ending in 2012. The Zulus believe the whole world will be turned upside down. The Dogon prophecy states that a spaceship of visitors, the Namo, will return in the form of a blue star. The Cherokee, as well as the Mayan ancient calendar, ends in 2012. This is a petrograph of the Hopi Indian prophecies. According to the interpretation, the figure in the bottom left-hand corner is the Great Spirit. This line represents his path, and if the Hopi Indians follow his path, they would survive. This line represents the path of the white men. If they followed that path, they would be led astray and die. Where the Great Spirit touches the line, it is representative of the time he will come, and those who are led astray by the white men will not survive. That's all we have for you this week, FA. Have a great rest of the day.
With basketball season being underway, let's go to Perry Frudiger and Jessica Graham with sports.
Hello and welcome back to the FA Sports Desk. I'm Perry Frudiger with Jessica Graham, and the basketball season has already shot off to a great start.
My Jessie G guarantee is that basketball will go very far this season. Here's the roster of the JV boys.
Here's the roster of the varsity girls and boys.
The girls had a game last Tuesday against New Life Storm. They were down the entire game, but in the fourth quarter they were able to pull out a great win with a score of 47-45.
It was a real nail-biter. The boys and girls had a game last Wednesday against the Wood Charter Wolves, and both teams were able to come out with a win. Marcus McLean scored 22 points in the varsity 63-18 win, and the girls won their game 44-12 with Mackenzie Goodwine leading the way with 10 points.
There was a game last Friday at Cedar Ridge. Those scores will be given next week.
Make sure you come out this Thursday and support the Patriots to take on the Carborough Jaguars.
From all of us here at the Sports Desk, I'm Jessica Graham with Perry Frudiger signing off.
Well, that's all we have for you this week, FA. I'm Jade Henry.
And I'm Harrison Tucker with the High School Experience News Show.